Welcome into Joyville. Steve and Cheryl with you here, hanging out on a fun time Wednesday. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Portion of the show is money brought to us by McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm loving going to McDonald's. All right, so the weather's gorgeous. What better thing to quench your thirst than a frozen carbonated beverage? How about $2 on the app? Frozen Coke, Fanta Blue Raspberry, or Hawaiian Punch.
I remember my pre-diabetic days. I
Yeah.
love those. The blue
Yeah.
raspberry, I love it because they're ice cold. So you're like hot,
Mhm.
and you just take a sip and it's like,
Yeah.
yum.
Good stuff there.
Yum.
When we get to this weather, I love a good chocolate milkshake. Not a deal going on in the app, but I still love it nonetheless.
Mhm.
So make sure you use the McDonald's app. Visit your local McDonald's, Kasanovich Umfleet McDonald's in Rensselaer, 2 great locations, along with DeMott and in Remington. All right, our poll question up on the Tuieville Show Facebook page. Go and like us. We appreciate that. Go and answer the poll question. What kind of bananas do you like to eat for National Banana Day? Also, subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're on YouTube right now. Hi. You can see our smiling faces. We're on Facebook. We're on YouTube. We're on all over the place. The only thing I haven't added in, and I keep meaning to look into it, now TikTok. We could go on TikTok Live. So we can do that as well. So I think we're going to add that in soon where we, because with the stuff we use, we have one more slot open that we can put stuff on. So we can be on I think TikTok Live as well.
Cool.
So go and subscribe to our YouTube channel and see our smiling faces and say hi and see all the videos we drop and hit the little bell for notifications too. So, but subscribing to us does some cool things and gets us some stuff on YouTube. So, all right. So more and more plane issues keep coming up. Okay.
Yeah.
Allegations have emerged as Boeing continues to reel from the fallout of the mid-flight blowout of a door panel off of a 737 MAX 9 during a crowded Alaska Airlines flight. That incident has led to intense scrutiny of the company's manufacturing process. Yeah, like seeing if screws are tightened is one of the top things. Prompting Boeing CEO Dave Calhoun to announce he will step down as the company's top official. In a statement, he said these claims about the structural integrity of the 787 are inaccurate. He says the issues raised have been subject to rigorous engineering examination under FAA oversight. Okay.
Now that wouldn't have anything to do with a super fantastic package that he got on his way out, would
the golden parachute.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sir, would you like to fly in one of your planes with your golden parachute?
Right, exactly. We're going to put the money in a plane with you in it.
Yeah. Now do you want to go?
Yeah.
Yeah. A whistleblower says Boeing should stop production of the 787 Dreamliner due to safety issues. Sam Sailfor, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, is scheduled to testify before Congress today. Boeing says the plane is structurally sound. A Boeing engineer turned whistleblower who contends the aerospace giant 787 Dreamliner is unsafe to fly due to assembly flaws, doubled down on his claims yesterday, saying that the plane could fall apart and drop to the ground mid-flight unless the alleged safety problems are addressed.
Okay, so is that a plane that's out right now?
I don't know. I'm going to pause for a second. Just hold everything because I know sometimes my parents are not sure that I do a radio show, but they know I do a TV show on YouTube and Facebook. Okay. So they're probably watching this. And I know they're going to be flying home in a couple of weeks. So when you get to the airport, I want you to ask them, have you guys tightened all the screws? Remember that. You got to ask them. Maybe even ask when you're getting on the plane. Have you guys tightened all the screws? Okay. I know you might think that this doesn't work, but I used to do it when I worried about terrorism on planes. So as you're walking on the plane, say, bad engineer says what? See if anybody says anything.
Oh my gosh.
Just trying to protect them. So Boeing quality engineer Sam Sailfor spoke with NBC Nightly News last night.
Oh, an engineer on top of it.
Uh-huh.
Oh my gosh. Do you know what it takes to be a whistleblower? I mean, that is like you blow up your life. No.
Oh,
you blow up your life. Like literally blow up your life. Because if you don't think Boeing tried to stop him before he opened his mouth
mhm,
with either threats of, NDAs, sign here, press hard, we're going to,
mhm,
kill your wife and all that stuff.
mhm. Yeah.
Whoosh.
The only
What was the
whistleblower I ever paid attention to was the one with Russell
Yep,
Crowe
Russell Crowe.
and Robert De
Yeah.
Niro.
Well, that was
Right? Robert De Niro?
smoking.
No. Al Pacino.
Al Pacino.
Al Pacino. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so the 787 Dreamliner, I'm looking, is in service on Nippon Airways, so that's Japanese.
Okay.
United Airlines, American Airlines, and Japan Airlines.
But that's no good.
No bueno.
I don't want it falling apart and coming to the ground mid-flight.
Oh,
I do not want that.
there's some more. British Airways, Royal Dutch. Okay, I don't see Southwest.
No, they leave their aggravation to the people that work for
the
them.
people that work for them, right? Sorry, your dog barked. You and him need to get off the plane.
Get off the plane! Your dog is loud.
Yeah. Yeah, we haven't flown since. No, did we?
No, no, not so well. Other than to get home, you know, like we had the flight already.
Yeah, because they were perfectly fine with you taking my emotional support dog off the plane and then bringing my emotional support dog with you.
Right. Yeah.
Well, I could fly alone 2 hours later. So that was terrific.
Yep.
So
it all worked out.
Yeah.
Yep.
She she was fired, but I
don't
doubt
think
it.
so.
I think she was probably promoted.
Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah.
Customer
all right.
service of the year.
All right. So Boeing quality engineer Sam Sailfor spoke to NBC Nightly News on his first on-air interview since raising the allegations last week publicly. He said the company is yet to properly address tiny, non-conforming gaps found in multiple planes after two sections of their fuselages were joined together during assembly. Okay, this is again to my folks who are flying in a couple of weeks. If you get on and you see pieces of Gorilla Tape wrapped around any areas, time to get off. That means they didn't fix it all up right. Not that there's anything wrong with Gorilla Tape. I think it holds really well. I just don't know that I want it used on my plane. That's all. Just saying. That seems like a bit much. So when asked if you'd put his own family on a 787 right now, Sailfor didn't hesitate. He said, right now, I would not. He's expected to testify before a U.S. Senate subcommittee today. So we'll see what happens with that. Speaking of planes, the end of an era. Reclining airplane seats are being phased out.
Okay.
There's no room in a plane to move your seat back anyway. I never move my seat back anymore because I always feel like they're so close together. I'm crowding the person behind me. I feel like I'm being rude if I put my seat back. I also almost always sit in the back of the plane.
Yeah. And see, I like the seats with I want the seat by the door, so I'm always willing to help.
The door that flies off.
Yeah.
I'm not sitting there.
Yeah.
I like to get in the plane, get in the back corner, set myself up with my movies and stuff, and then just stay there the whole time.
Yeah.
Like I just want to be away from everybody. And then when the person, because most people don't want to sit in the back. So more times than not, my middle seat is open.
Love when the middle seat's open.
I mean, there is no more. You know how the worst pain in the world after childbirth is stepping on a Lego?
Yeah.
Like, I think it's just a given.
This is winning the lotto.
So when there is nothing more soul draining though, when you're sitting and no one's coming and no one's coming and no one's coming. And then you just see the person that's walking. The whole plane is full and you just see one person coming through. Oh, they're still coming. Oh, they're still.
Please not here. Please
they're going
not
to sit
here.
right next
Please
to
not
me.
Here.
Oh, man. That said, there's no more bigger delight than no one sitting next to you and you hear them say, okay, we've closed the doors. We're ready to take off. You're like, no one's sitting there. Elbow room. That's right. So yeah. But sitting back, putting your seat back doesn't bother me at all. That means nothing to me. I don't feel like it's
not that much room. I mean,
no,
it
there's
doesn't
no
do
room on a
anything.
plane anymore.
Yeah.
The most room I ever had was one time coming from Arizona after visiting our oldest daughter, Savannah.
Mm-hmm.
I had the front one, which I didn't realize means you don't get any kind of tray, which I didn't care for. But it did mean lots of leg. I had lots of room out in front of me. So yeah, that was pretty cool. I got to stretch my legs all the way out, and there was lots of room there. Yeah, I did like that. An article has airline experts saying that reclining seats on airlines is in the process of being phased out for good, at least for economy class. There are multiple reasons, but the main ones are the seats don't recline. Everything okay?
What was that? That's not me. That's you, baby.
Where's my thing? Who stole my phone? Am I even here?
Mine is off.
I don't even know where mine's at. No, that was me. It's reminding me that
Amazon's coming today.
We got to talk about the hilltop later on.
right.
That's
All right then.
I have reminders on my phone for everything. Otherwise, I forget them. So
you may want to put them on silence.
Well, listen, if I got even a quarter of what I was supposed to get done before the show this morning, we'd be in better shape. So
no, and we were here bright and early.
Oh yeah,
good grief.
Yeah.
And we just talked about
this
everything.
This is what happens when people get along. They talk.
Yeah, that is true. We cannot stop talking, the two of us. Yeah.
You think the conversations are long on the air. You should see them off
the
air.
ones off the air.
Yeah. Let's see. Well, listen, and both of us are very comfortable with the idea of silence. We just don't ever have it. It's just anyway. So as far as I'm concerned, there's no room to put your seat back. It says here the seats that don't recline are lighter, so that helps the keep the fuel costs down. Yeah, it won't be passed on to any of us, I'm sure. They don't need mechanical parts, which means less maintenance. Reclining seats also spark a lot of issues with passengers. Yeah, it's just it's not comfortable for anybody. It's not good, and it's not giving the person that puts it back that much more comfort either. So there's no real point in it. So anyway, most importantly, again, if you're flying anytime soon, like my parents, Bad Engineer says what? And look for gray duct tape or black Gorilla tape on the plane. Then you're gonna skip on that flight. We'll figure out a different flight. We'll come get you and drive you back, whatever it is. Just want you to get back safely without pieces of the plane falling off. That's a very important part.